This coronavirus emergency. We have some dire new holiday weekend warnings. There's a big concern that potential Labor Day parties could lead to a possible new surge in cases, kind of like what we saw happen after Memorial Day and the 4th of July. Eva Pilgrim joins us now from a beach in Brooklyn. Good morning to you, Eva.
Good morning, TJ. This is the unofficial end of summer, and people will no doubt be trying to soak up the last of the summer sun. But Dr. Fauci is now urging states to not let Labor Day celebrations ruin the fall. On a call with governors, the nation's top infectious disease doctor warning of dire consequences if Labor Day weekend gatherings leads to an increase in infections.
Because you remember, following the 4th of July, following Memorial Day, when people understandably get out and congregate, we've had surges. The one thing you don't want is to play whack-a-mole as you go into the fall, where you've got everything down and then one comes up.
But as Americans prepare to celebrate, some areas are not closing. The Bandimere Speedway defying Colorado's public health orders, inviting the public to show up to the track in a Stop the COVID Chaos rally. Thousands showing up, mostly without masks. In Palm Beach County, Florida, officials announcing public beaches will remain open during the holiday weekend with CDC guidelines in place. Labor Day also traditionally the start of the school year in many areas. New York City announcing it's delaying the start of in-person learning by 2 weeks. In Volusia County, Florida, an anonymous teacher posting this image of a crowded hallway during the first day of school on Monday. The union calling it a shocking and disappointing image that highlights the risks teachers are facing.
The students were absolutely not adhering to any CDC guidelines, congregating in a large group, some with masks on, some with masks off, but absolutely no social distancing taking place.
The school district says the crowd was quickly dispersed, adding, "We believe this picture is a snapshot of a gathering that lasted just a few minutes." In Ohio, 1,400 new cases Tuesday, the largest single-day jump since July. The governor pointing to the return of college and grade school students.
We want our kids in school, which we do. We want our school playing athletics, which we do. Then the way to do that is for us to slow this spread down.
The Ohio State Buckeyes were supposed to kick off the Big Ten football season tomorrow, but the conference delaying the start of the season due to coronavirus. On Tuesday, the president spoke with the Big Ten commissioner about getting them playing as soon as possible.
We're pushing very hard. I think they want to play and the fans want to see it.
Sources telling ESPN Big Ten football is now planning its season kickoff, which could come as early as Thanksgiving. And while we're trying to hang on to this summer weather, a group of lawmakers is already looking ahead to Halloween, asking the CDC for guidance so people can start planning how they will celebrate that holiday. Tom?
Another tough conversation parents are going to have with their kids. All right, Eva, thank you. Joining us now is Dr. Ashish Jha, the new dean of the Brown University School of Public Health. Dr. Jha, I want to start with that image we just saw in Eva's report there, this crowded classroom in Volusia County at one school. Yes, some kids are wearing masks, some aren't, but look how crowded that hallway is. How dangerous is this?
Yeah, good morning, Tom. Thanks for having me on. Images like that are frustrating because we've all been working really hard to figure out how to get our kids back to school. Schools really do have to take some responsibility to make sure that kind of packing up and bunching up doesn't happen. It's called staggering schedules and moving kids around in a way that allows for kids to get from class to class. I found that frustrating and really dispiriting in some ways because we can do better.
Dr. Jha, here in New York City, the largest school district in the country, they've pushed back the start of school. The unions were very upset. There's a lot of confusion, and yet every night people go home and they watch professional athletes that are able to play sports because there's frequent testing in professional sports. Is that something that's even realistic for our schools? Is it necessary?
Yeah, it is. First of all, I think it is necessary. I think it's really helpful, especially in places that don't have the very, very low transmission rate. So there are a few communities in America that can maybe get away without testing. But for large parts of America, surveillance testing, the kind that the White House staff get, the kind that professional sports get, would be extremely helpful. We're not doing it. And in fact, yesterday, the administration officials called it utopia to be able to have that for our kids. Of course, I believe that if we can do it for our athletes, we can do it for the White House. I think we should be able to do it for our kids.
We all heard about the warning from Dr. Fauci about Labor Day. How critical are the next 5 days as we enter the fall?
You know, I think they're really important. The fall is something we've all been worried about. Flu season's also going to be with us. We're going to be spending more time indoors. So people have to act responsibly on Labor Day. I think being outside is great. Going out to the beach is great. It's the large indoor gatherings. It's the bars. It's the indoor dining. It's the house party where you have 30 people inside your home. Those are the things that are going to really set off big outbreaks. Those are the things that people absolutely have to avoid.
You know, on that point, Dr. Jha, Southern California saw some spikes after July 4th, after Memorial Day. They're not closing any beaches this time for Labor Day. In Florida, they are closing some beaches. So who exactly has it right?
Yeah, you know, I don't necessarily think we need to be closing beaches. To me, the beaches aren't where the spread is happening because it's outdoors. And again, don't let them get super packed. So maybe manage how incredibly, how busy they get. But what happens is people get together on beaches, then they go out to the bar afterward. And that's what really spreads the disease. So keep the beaches open, close the bars, and I think we can get through a pretty safe Labor Day.
You know, Dr. Jha, you mentioned this earlier, but let's be real. It's going to be Labor Day weekend. People have been living with this pandemic for 7 months. They're going to want to go to beaches. They're going to want to see their family and friends at barbecues. What do you recommend to make sure people can have a fun Labor Day but also stay safe as we head into the fall?
Yeah, so I do believe we can have a fun Labor Day. It's just we can't do everything we did last Labor Day. So what can we do? I think backyard barbecues are fine as long as they're not massive, but you have to have a plan. What if it starts raining? Don't have everybody come indoors because that becomes risky. Go to the beach, but then don't go out to an indoor dining restaurant afterwards. There are things we can do that get us maybe 80–90% of what a fun Labor Day might be. But if we try to go for that last 10–20%, we're going to get into trouble and a lot of people are going to get sick. And we've got to avoid that.
All right. Fun but responsible. Dr. Jha, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.